Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Aditya and welcome to HD Tech. Well guys, recently couple of days ago, Google has somehow or the other confirmed about the Google Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 XL. Well guys, in this particular video, I'm going to be discussing every single upcoming change in the upcoming Google Pixel 6. Well guys, before starting with today's video, there is a sincere request that if you are new to the channel, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel because it motivates me a lot to make more of this kind of videos. So guys, straight away, coming to the main topic, let us discuss about the upcoming Google smartphones. Well, if you are familiar, then from the past couple of years, Google is actually experimenting with their Pixel lineup. Well guys, take example of the Google Pixel 3. Both of the devices were pretty much controversial. Well guys, apart from the camera system and apart from the overall software experience, rest everything was pretty much normal. Next year, they came up with the Google Pixel 3a, and trust me guys, this particular experiment by Google was actually very beneficial because the Google Pixel 3a outperformed the sales of the Pixel 3 lineup. Then later, they experimented with the Google Pixel 4 lineup. But we all know, with that particular phone, you got the dual camera setup, but the second camera was a telephoto lens. So next year, they launched the Google Pixel 4a, the 4a 5G and the Pixel 5. And with all of the three smartphones, you got to see the ultra wide angle camera and the primary camera. So overall, Google is experimenting with their lineup. Well, if you have observed carefully, then last year with the Google Pixel 5, you didn't saw any of the XL variant, but now this year we are indeed seeing it. Well guys, many people will be curious that which smartphones Google is launching. Well guys, this year Google is planning to launch three brand new smartphones: the Google Pixel 5a 5G, the Google Pixel 6 and the Google Pixel 6 XL. Well yes, this year we are indeed seeing the XL variant. Well, before coming to both of the devices, it is very much essential to see the entire background, like why people prefer a Google Pixel. Well guys, there is only three answers. The first is the overall software experience, second is the cameras, and the third is the overall software support. So with all of the Pixel devices, you get minimum 3 years of software support. Other than that, Google only makes the hardware and they only make the software. So the overall software experience is completely next level. And the third factor is the best, and that is the overall camera system, because we have heard a lot about this particular camera, and so people also feel that if I'm buying a new smartphone, it should be a Google Pixel because the camera quality is so good. So these are the main three pillars why people buy a Pixel. But this year, everything is changing, and guys, according to the recent report by the XDA developers, here is a clear mentioning for the WhiteChapel processor. Well guys, if you are not familiar, then Google has done partnership with Samsung, so they are creating their own in-house chipset. Well guys, now many people will say that what is something such different, but the reality is, with this particular processor, you are seeing the 5 nanometer process, so because of which it is going to be a direct competitor to Apple's A14 chipset. But we all know that it is pretty much behind than Apple's, but still it is very great to see that finally Google is focusing on the hardware. But guys, till now it was just a news, but now we are having concrete evidence for this particular information. Well guys, recently people working at Google themselves somehow or the other leaked this particular information. So in the AOSP, they have clearly mentioned about two devices and this particular processor. So there is a clear code name for WhiteChapel, which is aka the GS101 processor. But apart from that, there is also clear mentioning for two new devices, which is apparently is the Google Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 XL. So now it is 100% confirmed about the Google Pixel 6 and the 6 XL. But at the same time, we are having more information. Well guys, this year, more than ever before, Google is focusing on the hardware. So they are not creating any funny thing like the Project Soli, but now they're actually focusing on the latest requirement. Well, we all know that currently, if Google wants to stay in the smartphone market, they need to focus on the overall hardware. So I'm not just talking about the processor, but also the camera system. And now let us discuss about the overall camera system. Well guys, in both of the devices, we are going to be seeing the exact same setup. But this year, Google is actually taking the camera game way more seriously. So with the upcoming Google Pixel 6 and the 6 XL, you're going to be seeing a triple camera setup. Well guys, we all know that there is a majority amount of people who need an ultra wide angle camera, whereas on the other hand there is also the group of people who need a telephoto lens. So what Google has thought, well, with both of the upcoming devices you are going to be seeing a triple camera setup in which you are going to be seeing a 12 megapixel primary camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and a telephoto lens. We don't know whether it is a 2 times telephoto, a 3 times or a 10x telephoto, but the reality is now Google is actually focusing on the overall hardware, and we already know that with amazing software calibration Google is coming up with amazing photos with a single camera. So if they will do triple camera setup, it will be completely next level. But apart from that, you are also going to be seeing the flash and the noise cancellation microphone. And guys, there is also information that with the upcoming Google Pixel 6 lineup, the overall camera module is not going to be square shaped, so it is going to be a elongated rectangle. So expect a similar camera module to the Samsung Galaxy S10 and the S10 Plus. So it is going to be a complete bar at the back of the smartphone. Well, let me know in the comment section that do you feel like a square shaped camera module looks way more premium, or are you ready for an elongated one? But other than that, you know, the overall software and the hardware calibration is going to be next level. So now let us come to the overall conclusion. Well, I know that there is a very small group of people really interested in a Google Pixel device, but now Google is actually trying their level best to be in the competition. Well, with the help of their own ARM-based architecture with their own 5nm processor, they are already getting amazing performance. But on the other hand, you know, the overall software calibration is already top-notch. But at the same time, if you are talking about way more improved camera system, then as overall as a package, it is going to be very good. And also with the Google Pixel 6 and 6 XL, the front camera is going to be having a center punch hole. So just like the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, you are going to be seeing the centric hole punch. But with the Google Pixel 5a 5G, you're going to be talking about a corner punch hole. So guys, this is all of the latest information, and finally the Google Pixel 6 lineup is officially confirmed. Well guys, please, if you have watched this video till the end, then click the subscribe button because it motivates me a lot to make more of this kind of videos. So guys, I will meet you with another beautiful video, and till then, peace.